Okay, so here we are. We're in Van Helsing. The Amazing Adventures of Van Helsing Part 2. This is my character I've been playing for a little while. He's the Hunter class. He's level 46. I'm just playing him on difficulty normal because I think the higher difficulties are kind of absurd. And playing the veteran campaign where you start at level 30 with one of the new classes for the game. So what am I doing here? Well, I wanted to jump into the game and just kind of do a quick overview of the different systems, and you'll see what I mean by that in just a second. There is a lot of stuff going on in this game. Here we are in the Lair, and we'll go ahead and start out with the Essence guy. He's back again from the previous game, and you can do more or less all the stuff you could do then. You know, if you played the old version, you know, you've got your different essences. You can combine them in different ways to get different effects. I'm not going to go into that a whole lot because that was in the original game. You can see where my items have their essences. You know, each item has a certain essence capacity, and each essence has a certain cost. You compare that capacity, see how much you could put into each item. Ta-da! There you go. Next, like I said, I'm not going to go into that a whole lot. Next, we'll run down to the room where most of the magic happens.
I never thought I'd be fighting alongside a vampire. Modern times.
Huh. Well, there you go. We have a skill reset, ability point reset guy here. He can do Katrina's, you can do your perks. If you reset Katrina, though, remember that you reset her entirely. You have to do all her points over from scratch. So if that annoys you, then, you know, maybe don't do that. Or, you know, it's also kind of convenient because when you reset your ability points or your skill points, you can only do them one at a time. At least I think that's the way skill points work, or ability points work. Let me make sure. Yeah, I can take points off. See, like that. So, and it's the same way for the skills. So of that. Now, I believe, as far as I can remember, the Enchanter here is brand new.
I want to open my own shop.
For enchanting, you can do things like drop an item in here. This already has an enchantment, so I could disenchant it and then hit enchant. It enchants it. Now it will. Here, let's actually do that with an item that doesn't have an enchantment. All that noise you hear in the background, I believe, is from my Chimera, who's way over here going crazy. Anyway, so we got an item, we got an enchant cost. You click enchant. That little thing that goes up there, it tells you the range for the enchantment, and then you find out what your enchantment was. Now, if you're not happy with that, you just do disenchant, hit it again, willpower. I still don't want willpower. Let's say get rid of disenchant. Disenchant. Okay, let's say I do a lot of ice damage and I want an ice damage bonus. There you go. And like I said, those little blue range of numbers that goes up shows you the range that this number could roll. Pretty simple. Here, I believe, yeah. Here, we can re-roll each one of these individually. So if I'm not happy with 29 body, I can, oh wait, this is the one that replaces. I'm sorry, I can change this 29 body to something else, let's say. Alright, so anyway, you could re-roll. We could re-roll body if we wanted to. Let's see if I have an item here that... Here, we'll just re-roll this plus 10% mana. That'll be fine. So we want to replace it. We get this. Again, it tells you the range, and you see what you get. And you can keep on doing this over and over again. You can do this with all of the things. Like if I don't like that per hit, I can do 11% minion damage, or I can do 25% weapon damage, or whatever. Probably going to run out of money doing this. Here, you can re-roll the individual re-roll. See, you can re-roll the individual thing. Like if I don't think 29, like if the range here was say 28 to 40, 29 body kind of sucks. So you want to re-roll that to try to get a higher body. You could totally do that. we'll do that with an item. Something. Do I have anything that'll be real cheap? Because I don't have a whole lot of money right this second. Well, anyway, you get the idea. So say I could get up to plus 10 mana per hit, and I didn't like plus 7. I could very easily just reroll the stat to get a higher. We'll just reroll it one time. See, 7 to 8 is the range, so you're probably just gonna be stuck at 7 more or less. Now this is the transmogrification. You can take 2 items, put them together, and something happens. You can make a new item name. I don't completely understand. I don't know why you would bother doing this. To me, it seems like a total waste of money and time, but you know, whatever. Actually, hang on. Let's see. Do that and do that. I mean, I don't see it's 1,000 gold to do something completely useless. And I imagine the higher up items are probably even more expensive. So, like we did something like that and something like that. Yeah, I mean, I just don't see what the point of it is, but whatever. It's there if somebody wanted to use it. So, all right, enough with the enchanting. Here's the gambler guy from Diablo fame. You can buy a crazy item, probably get nothing in return. Like, let's buy this hat, because what the hell. And it's plus 5 whole critical strike. Woohoo. So not really worth it. Alright. Over here we got another vendor. You have these elixirs. I'm trying to go through this pretty fast because there's a lot of stuff. This is going to be like an hour-long video otherwise. Here we have these elixirs you can buy. Once you've already used an elixir, I'm assuming you can't use it again. But these are like one-time bonuses. Like this, if you take this, it'll just give you a plus 6 luck. Just add it onto your character, as far as I can tell, anyway. Whoa, these are kind of nice, actually. Shit, I wish I had more money to buy them. That axe is nuts. Oh well, can't do it. At least not right now, anyway. This will be plus 6 body. You know, he sells items too, obviously. And sometimes you can buy more these essences. Some of the essences here. See, this right here would be plus 20 physical resistance. Again, these are one-time use. I think you can only use them one time ever, and they give you that bonus, in this case plus 20 physical resistance. Just by the way, here have plus 20 physical resistance. So buy your potions here also. You're going to go through a hell of a lot of potions in this game, so just be ready for that. Alright, now we're going to head on over. Over here we have your normal vendor. Over here we have the Chimera. This is something completely new to this game. You can send the Chimera off on missions. You actually have some little items you can give him. He right now has an item that gives him plus 10 to his attack speed. You can summon him in combat. And you can see right there the cooldown's about 2 minutes. He stays with you for about 72 seconds. Pretty useful, I suppose. I haven't used him a whole lot yet. Mostly I've had him going off doing these missions that can help him level up. And actually we'll go ahead and send him on one right now. Send him on... We'll send him on that one. What the hell? Actually, let's send him on something he can come back with an item. Let's do... Oh, see? He jumps around the room here trying to kill this cat, which is kind of twisted. Go ahead. Alright. Oh, come here. Jesus, stop running around. He's like a big dog. Alright, so send him on. He runs off to do it. Anytime you want, you can click here to see his stats and stuff. This is his attack ability. He's got some resistances down here. There's his defense, obviously. He has 28%. You know, average attack, defense of 28%, whatever that means. Like maybe it's damage reduction. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah. So anyway, these items. I've only ever found one of these candles. Actually, I found one more, but I think I accidentally sold it. But you've got a space for 3 there, obviously. And something else here. You can drag an essence into that slot. I did not notice that until just now. So let's do that real quick and see what happens. Oh, you can feed it to him. This might be interesting. I can't... Oh, he's not here, so I can't feed it to him. Okay, well, when he comes back, I'm going to feed it to him. Over here, you got your storage. This game is probably going to be a curse for people like me. I love to save stuff. I haven't really been keeping a whole lot, but you can see this rune thing is getting out of hand big time. This is very... The rune thing seems awfully complicated. That's in another part, and we'll get to that in a few minutes. But you see you've got a whole lot of space to save something. And there's a bugged graphic right there. Obviously something's going to be fixed in a patch, but and keeping my little set pieces I've been finding, because I think they're kind of cool. And we'll have to see where that leads. I don't really know that these are going to be particularly useful, because I'm over level 40 now, and most of these are under level 40, so we'll have to see what's up with that. So let's leave him now. He's very loud, making all that racket. Alright, next we'll do this guy. These are the 4 generals you pick up right after you get here. This guy right here you have to kind of save. They are, you know, Ivan Zarevich, Grigor Stark, Dr. Stahl, and Baron Upir. And there's the Commander Petrov. Every once in a while he'll have a quest for you. Click on him, do the quest. Command post, you click on the command post, and you get your 4 generals, and every once in a while you get quests here. This is yet another layer of complexity in the game. You can upgrade the equipment, you can buy more soldiers. You have a maximum of 41 right now. I have 41, so I can't buy any right now, but they're about 1,000 a piece. Not terribly expensive considering how you can make money in this game. We find relics occasionally. Here's a relic right here. You know, decreases his mission completion time by 15%. They have this ability. This is his normal ability, as far as I can tell. I don't know too much about if there's anything special about doing these in a certain order or something, but each one of these guys, as you can see, has his own stats. They're better at different things. You can give them these different skills. Like I said, normally there'd be a quest here. When you click on them with a quest over here, it will give you an idea about how long it's going to take them. Usually 15 to 20 something, 24 minutes I think is the longest one I've seen so far. But that doesn't really mean a whole lot. I mean, for all I know, there could be hour-long missions later on. I'm still relatively early in the game. I'm just only in Chapter 2. But yeah, so, and some of them are better at other kinds of missions. Like if it's a mission that needs, you know, an impressive diplomat, probably gonna want to take him. Dr. Stahl is your man for that. You know, so you would send him on that mission. Pretty easy. And we'll head up here. And over here we've got the engineer. He does rune crafting. This is the one I've used the least, and this is the most complicated system as far as I can tell. You can actually, it seems to me like you can actually make an entire item from scratch, basically. Like I want a helmet. Hang on, let's put that back for a second. Like, yeah, put any helmet to determine the type of new item. Any existing enchantments will be removed, and 3 new random enchantments will be created. You can use runes to add more and determine their type below. So you can kind of build an item from scratch. I think you probably would want to use a white item. Like if you find some generic white items, this probably would be best for this. Because this thing's worth 12,000. This item's worth 12,600. I'd probably want to sell this, but you could use it here, you know. And I'm just going to show you this really quick. I don't really put this here, and we get a random enchantment. And I've never made one of these items, so I'm not real super understanding of what's happening. But maybe I'll do a video once I figure out how this works. And you can put essences down below here to give. Oh, you have to have a rare master rune. Oh, hold on. So I guess the rare master rune goes there, and that tells you how much essence capacity the item here is going to have. I guess you could do 4 of these and get 40. I don't know if more than 40 is possible. Like, 'cause this is the biggest. The biggest item I found so far had 40. You know, right there. That one's got 40 essence capacity, and that's the most I've ever seen on a single item. At least I think, anyway. Yeah. You can craft runes. You can turn 10 of these fragments into a rune of, you know, whatever kind you're making. And you can dismantle items. You can basically disenchant items. So let's see, what is this boo? Is it worth anything? I mean, it's kind of screwed, whatever. Let's just break it down. You'll get, you know, rare master rune fragments and poison damage reduction rune fragments. Gold bonus, dodge rune, and fettered rune. These are the fragments that are used in those different kinds of runes to make those. So, yay. Alright, actually we can go ahead. Let's do that real quick. We've got 5. Did I not have 5? Thought I had 5. I don't know. Oh, we can dismantle them all. Like, can I dismantle that? I've never tried to do it in a master room. No, you can't. Oh, dismantle all the items. Rune fragments. You convert 10. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. That's where I need to be dismantled. Like if I take that and drop that, I'll get a bunch of these and another rare master rune fragment dismantle. See, now I got 2 of them. I need to squeeze together 5 of these guys to get to be able to craft an actual rune. So let me put that there. See, now if I had 5 there, I could craft a rune. I'd get one of these master runes. Pretty nice. You can do it with 5, so I'm assuming if I do it with 10, maybe I'll get a better rune. I don't know, I've never done it with 10. I've never had that many at one time. So there you go. That's pretty complicated. I might go back over this, like I said, in its own video, just to maybe once I get enough of these things together and I can actually try to make an item. But the only problem is there seems to be a lot of RNG in this, so I don't know how easy it's going to be to kind of put together an item. Also, it doesn't appear that you can put... I mean, like I can put these in, but it doesn't seem to make any difference, like the quality of the item. That's what I was saying. You probably want to do this with like a base type item, a white item. Whoops. Anyway, a white item to give her some better DPS. I might put that on her. We'll figure it out in a minute. Now, as if that wasn't enough, we come up here to the trophy desk. Now, the trophy desk. As you play through the game, you'll find these trophies lying around the game, and depending on what they are, you can plug them in over here. You get one when you first start the game at level 30. You get one at 40 and one at 50. Right now I have the one that gives 10 damage for allies and plus 10 damage for enemies, because I don't think that's that big a deal. And I have one that gives me 100% magic find and plus 20 hit points for enemies. So I'm not having any trouble killing mobs with plus 20% more hit points, so I'm not too worried about it. Different ones do different things. Like this is ice resistance, but gives minus 20 speed for allies. These right here appear to be the different damage types. Like this is plus 10 fire damage, ice, lightning, poison. They give a corresponding resistance, but all of these also give allies minus 33 physical resistance, so you're taking more damage physically. You take a lot of physical damage in this game. That could be a problem if you run into something tough. And that's how that works basically. And you can plug those in and you just stacks up your bonus. Like, see, if we take, like if I take this out, we put them back like that, we get our stats back. Pretty easy. Depending on if you're willing to take the risk. There you go, no big deal. Alright, onward. As if all of that weren't enough, you also have this guy over here. He is the artifact forge. He's the inventor. And I'm here to tell you, I do not understand the point of this. So we got that, we got another gun, and we'll just do this thing, I guess. Oh, I can't put that there. Okay, so we got 3 guns, right? Okay, that's actually the first time I've had him come back from a successful hunt, so we're going to go check that out in just a second too. How convenient. Right here on the video. Yay. Right, so now we got these 3 things. We put these 3 weapons in here. Alright. And we would hit forge if we could, but we can't. And I don't completely maybe understand what the point of this is. Yeah, I can't. Maybe I can't. I guess I can't do it right now because I don't have enough items. Like the item in the slot will have randomly half its enchantments, but it will inherit random chosen enchantments from the source items. So if I pile up all these cool items, then I get all again more RNG. If you get a bad roll or it picks crappy stuff you don't care about, then if you're like a guy like me, a melee guy, you want a lot of body. As a matter of fact, I put every single stat point in body so far to help with my damage and my health. If I wanted to have an item with more body in it, So I put a bunch of things in here, but I ended up with like willpower off of like a couple of items or something like that. I mean, I guess you could kind of hedge it by putting things that had more of the stats you wanted and less of the ones you didn't care about. You know. So if you did all 3 of these, like I don't understand why I can't forge one. I should be able to, I think, but you know, if I can't right now, I just can't. I'm not going to get too crazy. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe, oh, maybe it has something to do with the fact that they're not blue. Oh well, we won't worry about it. That's a place to go to the Crystal Workshop. That is a place where you got your Chimera at. I don't know if you ever need to go back there for anything, but it's still got a portal to it, which is a little bit weird. Is that everything? I think that's about it. Trying to remember. Oh, the Chimera. That's right. We were going to go get the spoils of Victor. There we are. This is the stuff he found while he was out running around. Let's get away from him, because again, he's really loud for some reason. I don't know why the graphics got to be that loud. Alright. So we found a bunch of stuff. We found this thing, which is pretty cool. It's terrible on my DPS though, so I'm not going to put it on. It's okay for her DPS, but she got to give up a lot of health, so I don't think I want to do that. We got a gun that I can't use. It's an Arcane Mechanics gun. By the way, hitting Alt, when you mouse over an item and hit Alt, it'll show you what that item would be like on Katrina, so that's kind of nice. That help her? No. That won't even go on her at all. That won't help. Alright, so none of those items are really going to do much for her, so we can just disenchant those, or, you know, whatever we want to do with them. If we wanted to play around with the numbers, we could go to the Enchantress. If we wanted to, it's just, there's just a myriad of things that you're able to do. I'm gonna give my opinion on the game real quick. I think the game's really good. It's really involved, and I haven't even touched on the whole what the hell's it called? Where you have to do the tower defense. The tower defense, yeah. That's a whole other section of the game. There's just so much going on here. What is glory? Oh, this is I guess these are kind of like, oh yeah. So it appears that as you get these, I don't know what glory is. I haven't earned any of it yet, so I'm not sure what. I'm not even sure what this is. I haven't. This is a system. I mean, here's another system I haven't even run across yet. It appears. So I don't. Yeah, these look like. I don't know. I have no idea what this is. So when I find out what that is, I guess I'll do a video on that too. Here's your achievements. Map, pretty simple. You can mouse over things and it'll tell you what they are, which is nice. Here's your journal. Well, let's turn the map off because that'd probably be nice. We've already gone through chapter 1. What did we not complete? Okay, so this is all the quests that I did complete. I did not finish everything in chapter 1, man. There's there's just so much going on in this game. It's vast. I mean, the amount of things you can do in here is just really, it's a lot. There's a lot going on. You can switch between two. You can switch between two melee build or ranged build. It's just by going tab. You know. What is that? I don't know what that buff is. And it's pretty wild. There's just a lot going on here. I kind of feel like it's overkill a little bit. I don't know that we need, 8 different ways. Oh, and the perks. There's perks galore in this game, like in the first game. Actually, I'm coming up on a level, looks like. I mean, here's all the perks I haven't even picked yet. And, I mean, it's just... It's crazy. It's just silly. I got Natural Healer 2 I can pick. I can pick Bully too, which I already have apparently. I didn't pick that. That just appeared there. Furious. I think that's when you maximum rage, you do more damage or something like that. Control your rage. You harm yourself. Now you can harm others more effectively. Okay, you get plus 20 rage. It's just really, when you're at maximum rage, you look at that, Katrina does 20% more damage. It really is a lot to have going on. Man, I'm trying to think about what else we could talk about. The game is seriously involved. If you're into that kind of thing, you're gonna like it, because there's just endless ways to fiddle with your character. There's endless ways to mess with your items. There's, you know, I don't know that it really changes the gameplay all that much for the most part. Like, I mean, do we really need... I mean, the engineer is interesting, but, you know, at the end of the day, do we really need the engineer or the rune crafter? I'm sorry, he's an engineer when you find him. He's called rune crafter. Yeah. But anyway, I mean, did we really need all of that? And this I could see, because that's kind of a different way to get bonuses and make the game more difficult, but give you a little something, kind of a risk-reward situation. But like him, I don't know if he's useful, if he's necessary. Like, do we really need to make items from scratch? I mean, I guess it's kind of cool, but it seems awfully complicated. A lot of RNG involved. I mean, how much are you really going to get out of it without having to really just go off on it? The Enchanter, I think the Enchantress or the Enchanter here would have been enough without the other guy. You know, I mean, without all of this, without all this rune stuff. One or the other, I think, would have been a proper thing. And also, it seems a little overkill to have the runes and essences. I don't know, to me it just seems, it's just a lot. It's just a lot of crap to have to kind of fiddle with. But again, if you like that, great. I'm having a great time playing the game. I certainly don't feel bad about having bought it, which is different than the first 15 minutes after I purchased it. There was, in my system at least, there was a completely game-breaking bug. I literally could not get anywhere. If I accidentally clicked off like the map like that, it would teleport me back to some weird spot in the beginning area. It was just weird. It was really broken. But within about 15 minutes of my initial download, they patched it and fixed that problem. So after that, I didn't have any more trouble with it. And so I think that's about it. If you like the video, throw me a like, man. You know, sub my channel or something. That'd be cool. If not, that's cool too. You know, I'm just glad somebody maybe came. If you got anything out of this, I hope you did. I know it's a real cursory explanation and kind of fast, but you can kind of understand. I mean, there's so many things to talk about. You could probably do a video on each one of these things. It really would be a very long video if I didn't stop it somewhere. So I think that's going to be it. Again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.